Is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audio-visual studios right here in Itami and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. This is Hard Facts, and I'm Mariana Kuhn. It's such a pleasure to have you join us on the show. It's 3 hours of great content, news, politics, and current affairs. Very importantly, we allow for you to be the one who has the conversation with us. We talk. It's a talk shop, you and I, yes. We deliver the news and then we both try to make sense of it. On the 3 o'clock hour, as usual, we start off with the big three stories, the stories that are trending on the pages, front pages of our national dailies, the ones that you were talking about on social media, making it to trend, and of course the ones that debut right here in the studio in our news bulletins. These are the stories that make the big three for today. And of course, on the 4 o'clock hour, I did promise, I thank Joyce for having that conversation earlier, so I'm going to pick up from where she stopped on the WAEC situation, because I reached out to WAEC and we got a statement thanks to Honora Niwobodo, who helped us to get that response from WAEC. And also we've seen that Heather has gotten a response of sorts also, because Heather reached out to me and a couple of other people reached out to me about the situation. And I was watching Channels Television this morning and the same issue was being discussed, the situation with our SSC. I will play videos when we're live later on the 4 o'clock hour with our guest as to how these children wrote these exams, some of them with touchlights at night. What has this country turned into? Anyway, we're going to talk about that on the 4 o'clock hour. On the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking about how journalists have been oppressed under this administration and what we must do to, one way or the other, protect the Nigerian journalists. I'll have someone from the Guild of Editors join us. I'll also have a journalist join us to have that conversation. Fishaya Shoyombo is of FIJ and he's one of Nigeria's very remarkable investigative journalists. He will join us with a representative of the Guild of Editors. It's going to be a great conversation. You do not want to miss it. Once again, my name is Mariana Kuhn. Welcome to the show. Let's start off as we always do, and then we'll get into the big stories for today.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the big three stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marian Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts.
And we are live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation on X. Use the hashtag Hard Facts, HARDFACTS. Okay. And of course, you can join the conversation on WhatsApp at 0809597585. If you're listening or watching us from outside of the country, you can post on our live stream, or better still, you can call us on our WhatsApp portal. And that number is 0809597585. Welcome to the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Let's get into it. I've got so much to unpack today. Aside from the Big Three Stories, there's just so much that's happened on television. So the talks about Wike and how he would be, let go when the administration is ready. There's talks about the Northern Elders Forum. And, who really is an elder? Maybe I'll play that tomorrow. But today, there's talks about Peter Obi. And, you know, him being a man who's been taken care of by a woman, it's an interesting day. I tell you, you cannot miss any of the sound bites that I have today. It's an interesting day. But first, let's go to the big three stories. And if you have a borehole, have you been drinking feces water? Welcome to Hard Facts. Let's look at the big three stories for today. Of course, we'll start with the PDP and their choice, or the eeny, meeny, miny, mo of, you know, their choice of a candidate come 2027. So shall we get into it? Okay. Southern candidate Jonathan Obi, and that's on the cover of the Daily Trust newspaper. Apparently, as the political permutations gather a pace ahead of the 2027 presidential elections, the PDP is weighing two prominent Southern figures, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi as potential candidates. I'm not laughing. I'm intrigued to challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC in 2027. I'll tell you what. I've been in rooms where the name of Goodluck Jonathan was thrown around early on in the year, I must tell you. No, last year, late last year. As one that they would want to use to offset, or, somewhat be the disruption by the PDP. But if I know Jonathan very well and where he is right now, I don't know if he wants to come back, especially now where the country looks like it's in a state of topsy-turvy, to put it lightly. I don't know if I don't know, guys. I don't know, and I'm trying not to say too much. I don't know. But anyway, multiple party sources told the Daily Trust newspaper that Jonathan has emerged as a top contender within the PDP circles as chieftains intensify efforts to bring him back into the fold. What do you think? How does this sit with you? Could the PDP be playing tic-tac-toe with this whole who would it be? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's look for, I don't know. Sit with it for a bit while we talk. Let's move on to other issues. I want to talk about Kano quickly, and then we'll come to Lagos. So the Guardian newspaper here has a headline saying Kano Transport Commissioner resigns after probe into bail of a drug suspect. I'll tell you. I'll give you some background. Apparently, Alhaji Ibrahim Namadi has resigned as the Kano State Commissioner for Transportation following the submission of a report by a government investigative panel examining his involvement in the bail of a suspect or a suspected drug offender, Suleiman Danao. Now, the resignation was announced on Wednesday in a statement issued by the Director General of Media and Publicity, Government House, Sanusi Batory. It came hours after Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf received findings of the committee set up to investigate the circumstances surrounding the drug felon's release. Namadi stated that his decision to resign was driven by the sensitive nature of the case and the need to uphold public trust. I'll say what he said and I'll quote him. As a member of an administration that has consistently championed the fight against the sale of consumption of illicit drugs, it behoves on me to take this step, painful as it may be, the former commissioner said. I will maintain my innocence. I cannot ignore the weight of public perception and the need to protect the values we have collectively built. He expressed gratitude to the governor for the opportunity to serve and reaffirmed his loyalty to the administration's goals. Now, I want you to think smart, please. Let's not be pedestrian about this conversation. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. There's never been a time in this country where someone was being investigated and, even when the fingers were pointing in their direction, that they said, I see this happen all the time everywhere else, but not here. I've seen a district attorney step down and say, well, while this investigations are ongoing, I would step aside and let I've seen many people do that, but it's never happened in Nigeria, but it happened in Kano. So before we go into whether he did it or not, shall we note that this man has done the most noble thing to step aside? Whether it was the governor that pushed him to step aside or resign, he's done it. What no Nigerian politician can do is worthy of note, like Joyce will say. It's a great thing. But again, I want to talk about the flip side. Do you remember when the governor of Zamfara was on my show and he talked about a prisoner that one of the bandits that were held and were in police custody in his state, and overnight the bandit disappears from custody? Obviously someone had released him. This is something that we see happen all the time, and I'm sure that if I were to say, let's open up the phone lines and let correctional people or the police call us and tell us how many times they've been called by somebody at the top with no name that has said, release those boys. How do we fight against any form of criminality if every time we take one step forward, these politicians help us to take 10 steps backwards? That's the story. Let's move away from that. Let's talk about Lagos. My fellow Lagosians. This story is from the Punch newspaper. There's a video I'm going to play right now of someone who's speaking at a hearing here in Lagos that everyone digging a borehole in Lekki is probably drinking, permit me to use the SHIT word, water. Feces water. So the water that you're drinking, that's as if you drink water from your borehole. It's got a little bit of feces in it. It's not funny. The permanent secretary of the Drainage Services and Water Resources in Lagos State, Mahmood Adegbite, said that people drilling boreholes in Lekki axis of the state probably are drinking shit water. While speaking at a stakeholders meeting in the state recently, Adegbite noted that the contaminated boreholes in Lekki pose a health risk and added that the treatment of wastewater would eradicate any form of disease that may arise from it. How much treatment do you put in your water? Let me play that video, guys. Here's Adegbite speaking in Lagos. Here's that video. This video is courtesy of Channels Television. Take a listen.
Along Coastal Road, the flooding challenges. So it's one of the major things that we are hoping to resolve. And also, yesterday it rained heavily, which is unusual because, again, this is supposed to be August break. However, we've started having it because of a lot of complex issues. So basically, in terms of flooding, despite the fact that we have committed so much, however, we still need a lot to do in that space. Presently, also, on the wastewater treatment, I will say that everyone digging any borehole within Lekki axis is probably drinking what I will call shit water, kind of. However, if we're able to treat all the wastewater within this axis, which we have plans for, should be able to also make sure that we eradicate any form of disease that might result as a result of non-treatment of our waste.
That's Adegbite speaking about the water that you might or might not be drinking. Do you treat it? The water that you get from your borehole, do you use it to brush your teeth? It's shit water, that's what he said. Feces cross-contaminating themselves. I know. Are you treating your water? The phone lines are open. 0201277093. I will get to the politics part of the show. Don't worry. Give me some. I'm pacing myself because there's a lot to unpack. 0201277093. 0201-465-7190. Join me on WhatsApp at 0809597580. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. It's Hard Facts. 60 seconds. Hello.
Hello.
No. Your line is very bad. I'm so sorry. Pastor Ladikbo, you have to call me back. Your line is problematic. So maybe you have to move away from where you are. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's
What's happening to all your lines now?
Possibly so.
Oh dear. Go ahead. Let's try.
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Indeed, like this another zero calling from Egypt.
Okay.
This water treatment of the thing, government shouldn't really concentrate on the island though. We in the mainland, we are suffering body. Honestly speaking, there was the water one of my daughters go and fetch from a borehole, and we put it inside the basin. There are something like, when you saw electric raising on top of water.
Oh, Christian, I'm going to have to let you go because your line is also very bad. All right. I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe it's where you are. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Mary, I greet you.
I have just 40 seconds. 40 seconds rapidly before I go on a break. Can you hear me? Oh, and I lost. What's happening to the phone lines? Anyway, we're going to go on a quick break, guys. When we come back, there's a lot to unpack, like I said. APC hitting at Peter Obi. Of course, PDP hitting at Wike. It's lovely. You cannot imagine what I'm about to play, but let's go on a quick break. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info, Hard Facts. My name is Marianne Nicole.
.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
You tried calling in, you sent messages, you have had opinion, concerns, brilliant ideas. There's so much you've wanted to say, but time always runs out. The lines are always busy, the show keeps going, and your voice eventually doesn't get heard. But now that changes. Now you have a chance to speak your truth, to express your views, to raise your voice where it truly matters. Introducing Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is your platform, a space for real Nigerians to say what is on their minds. No interruptions, no time limits on the phone, and of course, you get to have your voice heard. Just you, your voice, your truth. Here's what to do. Record a short video of yourself, just 30 seconds or less, sharing your opinion on any given issue that concerns you. It could be about government, society, your community, fuel prices, insecurity, unemployment, healthcare, power, education, whatever you feel the need to be addressed. To record this video, make sure you are in a quiet place so we can hear you loud and clear. Then post your video on social media with the hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. That is hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. Let your voice be heard. Be bold, be honest, be real. Because on a Voice of the People, everyone is listening. Nigeria is listening, and your voice could be the one that could spark change. Voice of the People. Every voice counts. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. My name is Shegwa Rinze.
All right, we're back. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. These are the big three stories for today. Southern candidate Jonathan or Obi. Well, throwing these names around, and of course, close sources to the PDP are speculating that this might be the two that the PDP is wooing to become formidable opposition against the APC come 2027. But I don't know if Jonathan is up for this. If I were him, I'd just stay in a Turkey and be a baby boy, you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't want to get into it, do you? He was president at a better time. I don't know if he wants to get dragged into that. I don't also know if Obi is willing to go back to the PDP. but it's politics. But I'm just really thinking about the PDP. Do they really have a plan, or are they playing tic-tac-toe with this whole situation? And of course, in Kano, a transport commissioner has resigned while there is a probe into his the release of a drug suspect. Apparently, he's been tied to it. Investigations are still going on, but he did something that none of these politicians who call themselves upright have done. He stepped down. Secondly, why are we always having these cases of people who've been caught doing something wrong being let go because someone somewhere let them? How do we fight any form of crime and criminality if this is what the order of the day is? And finally, if you live in Lekki, in Lagos, your water from the borehole that you're digging or you dug, if it's not properly treated, you are drinking feces water, says Mahmoud Adegbite, who is the permanent secretary of the Office of the Drainage Services and Water Resources in Lagos. Is your water treated? Because I will not want feces water on my body either. But still talking politics, I did say I was going to come with that. Let's start with the guy who is an APC member who was on Channels Television yesterday berating the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections. Take a listen. This video is courtesy of Channels Television.
But I'm predicting. I can predict.
Okay.
With the facts on ground, he won't lose an election.
What makes you think so?
Because, of course, he is going to win. Who else do you think would defeat Ashwaju in 2027? Who? Peter Obi? That was on your program, saying he wants the North to support him and trust him. In the same program, he is celebrating building breweries in Anambra State and being the biggest importer of alcohol. And he wants the North to vote for him. We will vote for a president that will import alcohol in the North. Or is it those ones that are saying their wives are taking care of them? We cannot hand over this country to people, to men that are being fed by their wives.
Who is being fed by his wife?
You know that? Somebody was here and said his wife is an entrepreneur and
Is it a crime to have a partner?
But we want a man that is a man of his house. We want a man that is in charge of his house. We don't want a man that a woman is feeding.
You don't want a man
we will not give a country,
that has a successful wife.
We will not give a country, hand over a country to a man that is being fed by a wife.
That the wife is successful.
No, to a man that is being fed by his wife. That's what I'm saying.
So it's a crime if someone
but these are the things I'm saying. Let's not dwell on that. Let me tell you that even in the education and health, the president has done a lot. Are we not talking about Nel Fund? Over almost 400,000 university students collecting loans, celebrating on TV. You take them once in a while. Have we spoken about the cancer center in health ministry that is being built by Ministry of Health by this president? 6 centers in the 6 geopolitical zones, 1 in Katsina. Why don't you celebrate that? Why don't you celebrate the renovation of cancer center that was the government renovated it? Can't we celebrate the good things or the good development that this government has brought? Over 400,000 students now have taken Nel Fund loan, and they're paying school fees. In fact, let me tell you, there's something I heard, and I stand to be corrected, that people that are at the 400 level, 500 level university can apply for tuitions they had paid when they started, and Nel Fund will pay back, reimburse them. Have we ever had that in history? State, federal government secondary schools, free. Technical schools, free. Recently, last...
Okay. It's interesting how, these arguments are made. I don't know, man. I do not know. But that was a member of the APC on Channels Television there, speaking on behalf of the Asiwaju administration. Before I go back to the phone lines, here's more like another political angle about Wike in time. And this one's courtesy of Arise Television. Take a listen.
I try avoiding discussing personalities. Because when you begin to discuss personalities, then you are narrowing the issue and you are getting the whole issue diminished. I've been saying Tinubu will look for somebody who will help him in his own political interest. And there are very, very willing mercenaries who are willing to be rewarded and hired. Remove the office which he is holding today. He will be like me, an ordinary person. So his entire weight and the rhetorics and whatever he's saying, is because he's got the office which, give that kind of flair, visibility, and authority. Simple. Remove him from that office. He'll be like me. So please, leave Wiki alone. Look, I don't know, but then I think Wiki days are numbered because the purpose of picking Wiki was for him to make sure that Tinubu became something in the South. And today, by Tinubu's personal, maybe personal manipulation and personal coercion, he'll be able to win over Akwa Ibom. He'll be able to win over Edo. He'll be able to win over Delta. And of course, Wiki is there for a river. So you see, this area in the South was purely scaled by Tinubu's personal effort, not through Wiki. Earlier on, Wiki might have been relevant, but then by the time Tinubu is able to secure the South in his own basket, Wiki will become irrelevant, and he'll remove him. I'm telling you that. He'll remove him because he held him for a purpose. He's appointed Wiki for a purpose, giving him the office for a purpose, and by the time the purpose is no more, that's the end of it.
020127709993. That's the number for you to call. 0201-465-7190. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp. If you're joining us from the diaspora, you can actually call 080-959-75805. I'll take it again, 080-959-75805. For the rest of you who are here with me, send me a message on WhatsApp. But the phone lines are open. 60 seconds is all you have. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You have me like Christian for me, bro.
Engineer Christian, go ahead.
I want to talk about that man that was saying about being fed by your wife. I don't see anything. This was our position because if they are using, honestly speaking, what is from the Nigeria as a whole? Was Nigeria not giving independence to Queen Elizabeth II, the head of the Commonwealth? Queen Elizabeth, was she not the head of the Commonwealth that Nigeria is strong in a woman, even if it's a man, the woman is in facing opposition? This calm man, for his house now, said, I don't want to say the word that's not radio friendly so that won't cut me off.
Don't say
it. Honestly speaking, how can he be utter words? He's not into the great.
Engineer Christian, I'm going to let you go because the line is really bad. I don't know. The network is so bad and I can barely hear you. I'm straining to hear you guys. It's so bad. Really, really bad. Hello? Welcome. I think that this is from us because everyone's calling and the line is really bad. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, guys. Because the network is bad here, I think I would allow for everyone to call on the female line for now. The network on the male line is terrible, and I don't think it's from you guys, it's from us. Because everyone that's calling, their connection is poor. So please call 0201-465-7190 so we can have a clear conversation. Hello.
Hi, Marianne.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Marianne, defending this government, the past and this present administration, it's a long thing. As the saying goes, it is too late to cry when the head is off. I would advise our dear ex-president Goodluck Jonathan that since he took his bow when the ovation was loudest, he should please just leave it like that. His impeccable name that has been carved in our minds, his bow when the ovation was loudest, he should please just leave it like that. His impeccable name that has been carved.
All right. Thank you very much.
We will never forget him. He should stay where he is, please.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mary.
Good afternoon.
This is just from Eva.
Yeah.
Please, I'm just advising P2B. I don't know whether they used to listen to radio. He has to stay where he is. So going to PDP, going to Labour, they are calling him there and there. Wike is still in PDP. And Wike has said it, that Obi will never be a president. Why is he trying to go back there? And for Jenna Chan, I think this year, the wife said that she's not interested in that Aso Rock, that Tinubu and the wife should be there. Then I don't know why. Is it he wants to go and complete his 8 years? Let him shine his eye.
All right.
Let him shine it well. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, Southern candidates Peter Obi or Jonathan, the Transport Commissioner, I beg your pardon, in Kano State has set a standard. Will all the politicians who might be facing any form of probe or investigation follow suit? I be demanded by safe. And those of you who live in Lekki, we hear that your water is feces water. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Marianne.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I was listening. This is Boyesin calling from Macromedia anyway.
Okay.
I was listening to your. I don't know what from the channels. I don't know what.
So the PDP guy was former Governor Sule Lamido speaking, and then of course the APC guy is that of
the APC. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You see, let them continue this their propaganda. Their propaganda will never lead them to anywhere. Except Nigerians are fools for. I mean, I know that Nigerians are wise. They are wise enough now. So we can never allow what happened. Since this man, the president himself brought Buhari, and Buhari played on us, and he entered and said it's his son, and people are watching. I think by now, I believe people should be wiser. They should leave this propaganda that this APC is playing.
Thank you very much for calling.
We are still nothing on ground anyway.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. You can also join the conversation on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. Yes, we're live. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. It's the big three stories on Hard Facts. I'm Mariana Cohn. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
I called you earlier. Yeah, you made something. Not okay.
What?
Hello? The main line is not okay.
Okay, you are calling this line. That means this one is working. Go.
Oh.
Go ahead now. Oh, my dear Lord. Okay, this one is your fault. It's not my fault. I've asked everyone to call this line because the mail line is not clear. They're having some network issues there. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maria.
Yes.
It's Emmanuel. I'm speaking to you from Ekwe.
Go ahead.
You see, Nigerian politics, am I permitted to say politics is a bastard?
Does he have a father, you mean?
When you are dozing away and then a news falls on your lap, you just wake up with your eyes shining, as if you're taking something that's eye you. When Uncle Jimmy and Cherry were analyzing the statement this morning, there was a statement credited to Goodluck Jonathan that he visited Babangida, and then Babangida asked him if he was going to run for 2027, and then he said he hasn't made up his mind. Marianne, if a politician make that kind of statement, something is definitely going on. But I would advise Goodluck Jonathan to go, to sit down. You see, if Buhari had not come back for that second time, Buhari will be glorified. He will be one of the best presidents,
Your time is up.
Dispensation Nigeria never had. But because he came back,
all right.
That name, is no longer, relevant.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds, guys, so we can take as many calls as we can. Hello.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Yes.
My name is Prince Wyatt. Greeting you from Amodo.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my dear. You see, number one, the APC man speaking. I just wanted all these projects they were doing, fine, good. But there's important road which is not mentioned, and they want them to do it. That is Ila Oraekan Road, linking Ekiti, linking Kwara. And that is, I've been yearning for this.
It was started
what does
only-
this have to do with my big three?
Big three now, the man talk of project to do by his party, and married, reminding him. If I do this, I do that, they might do the other thing now. Okay. And if finally, former President Jonathan, being accept defeat and being wanted to do what? He should remain there. If he come out again, people will not tell you I run CC as a government without no commission of a project.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Prince YS. 60 seconds, everyone. Hello.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Robert.
Go ahead.
That Sule Lamido Abi, what is he? Was so emphatic as if Nigeria belonged to him or them, Abi. How can he say we will not hand over Nigeria to somebody?
No. Sule Lamido. No. Sule Lamido spoke about Wike. He's not the an AP. Sule Lamido is a PDP member.
No, wait, Maria.
The person who spoke, I've forgotten his name. His name is I've forgotten his name. He's an APC member.
And the way he was using we as if some group of people will hand over Nigeria to certain. What does it mean by that? Those days are over. That they will think that some people are somewhere they will just hand over Nigeria to whoever they. Jonathan left when the ovation was loud as hell. Jonathan left in a good way. He has the right to come back. Now, maybe he did only one time. Who say he cannot come back? Was his government not better than this one that everybody is dying of hunger? What are we talking about?
All
you
right.
see black, you cannot say black.
Thank you very much, Robert, for calling. I don't think that it'll be a crime for anyone because I can decide today that I want to be president and I can run if I can buy the ticket. Yes. But for Goodluck Jonathan, what his eyes saw, do you remember how he said he was the most abused president when he was president? And this presidency, you can't even say anything, they will come and grab you. So I don't think he wants to be president again under these circumstances, except he's, I don't know, delusional, for the want of a way to describe wanting to be president right now. Except that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Princess Mary and Dukoko.
Pastor Ladipo, go ahead, please.
Okay, let me quickly talk about that guy that spoke that somebody will bring beer, alcohol to the north. The anchor person should have asked him. The northern states in Nigeria has the highest rate of drug abuse. So who is bringing those drugs there? They have the highest rate of drug abuse. Banditry, they have the highest. Who is bringing it there? You know, when you bring some people either to a television program or they speak with authority in ignorance of what they don't even know. And you see some kind of emphaticness in their face. How can somebody be saying, we? Who are the we? If it belongs to a camp of charlatans, why is he using the we? Let me say this. Nigeria does not belong to them. They should realize. You should go and check.
All right, Pastor Ladipo.
Has the highest.
Thank you for calling.
Should just be himself.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Manuel from Bariga.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I think Jonathan stands better chance to win the election.
Why?
Because
why can't you find somebody else? Why does he have to be Jonathan? Why?
Let me tell you, the not that I know, we never vote for Obi. I tell you. I can assure you that because I stayed there, I know their character. You know, there are two things. You know, that video with Baba Adepo.
I'm sorry, sir, because you lived in the north and you experienced a handful of people, does not mean that that's how the whole north is. I do not understand this generalization that you guys do. And if someone does it to you as a Yoruba man, you will not like it.
Okay.
Do not generalize.
Okay, let me tell you, the core north, they will never accept to be the core north. Let me tell you that. Anyway, it can win Benue State or Kogi or any other, but the core north, the real voters in this country, will never accept to be.
Okay.
They prefer Jonathan.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I'm not letting you go because of what you said. I'm letting you go because of time. You've done more than a minute. For those who've been asking who the APC guy is, I was trying to remember his name. Is Alwan Hassan. That's his name. He's an APC member. Alwan Hassan. He looks Shwa Arabish. Nice looking guy, but yeah, he has interesting opinions. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, our beautiful Queen Maria Jokoko.
Yes, welcome.
That is Godwin on the line.
Go ahead.
For my uncle Jonathan, my advice is that he's a great, humble man all over the world. And he just have to keep that title neatly, quietly, decently, beautifully kept. He should not allow all these dirty situations to come and stain him for one. And for that APC speaker, we know people like that are number one enemy of ordinary Nigeria. But the fact there remains that they should continue deceiving themselves. God has a judgment for a liar, for a propagandist, for a deceiver of that type,
all
that
right.
product.
Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. I want to quickly just read some messages because our time is far spent, okay? Prince Emmanuel here on Facebook Live says, Ilaudo, my sincere advice to Jonathan, if he wants to maintain his integrity and raise the hand of Peter Obi and give him the best of his voice on any platform he chooses to run. Lekki people, Shebuna don't hear him say na feces water owner they drink since with those high rents. I know. And I saw a video of some places within Lekki Phase 2 from Ilasan, Ikate. And do you know how much they pay for rent in those places? Ridiculous. But they are swimming in water. I don't know. Anyway, Okon Namdi here says, our labor line Afikbo. Okay, you're sending me a message from labor line in Afikbo. Okay. He says PDP is dead and Mr. B does not have any business with a dead party. Abilade Ambo says, is it that Lagosians started drinking poop water? It's a known, I'm sure you mean, is it today? Okay. It's a known fact that the last time we had pipe-borne water in Lagos was during the government of Lateef Jakonde. Wow. A shame for a mega city. Patrick Obeazo here says, the Kano man's resignation is the minimum standard observed by in civilized nations. Kudos to the man and the government of Kano State. If it were in APC, they will hire paid bloggers and equally corrupt party men to start deceiving Nigerians that the myriad of known indicted public office holders who are currently being investigated by the EFCC cannot resign from their positions because they've not been convicted by any court. Your message is very long, AB, so I'm going to move away. Ferdinand Koro here says, please let Goodluck stay at the site of president. No chance for him now. Okay. Prince Emmanuel says, those are the kind of breeds we have here. APC, una never tire ni, he says. Okay, I'm going to move away from that and go to WhatsApp quickly. I have just 2 minutes and I have a quick break that I will go for. Just a 1 minute break. And when I come back, I'll still have more than enough time to read your messages. Someone said, what did the newspaper say on the 21st of October 2001 in Nigeria? Are you asking me? Ask Google. Uche from Songo says, if GJ dare contest, I'm sure you mean dares to contest, Tinubu will beat him blue-black. Even Obi will collect. He says, one person says, we, the APC, were ready. I don't understand, sir. Uche, you have one vote. Who's we? Are you Legion? Bright from Lekki Scheme 2 here says, this present president, you can't even say anything and they will come and grab you. I've not laughed like this for a long while. Thank you for making me laugh. Bright, I'm telling you the truth. Do you know how much abuse people rained on the Goodluck Jonathan administration? Yeah. A lot. People insulted the demons out of Jonathan. But they did not come and carry us. They didn't shut down our stations. They did. But under Buhari and this administration, if I do anyhow now, NBC is coming. They will soon tell my bosses to sanction me. They will say they should remove 500k from my salary that I don't even earn up to that. How? That's what I'm saying. So if we're going to if Jonathan is ready to get ×2 or maybe ×10 or raise to power 100 of what he got when he was president, then maybe he should throw his hat into the ring. If not, he should shift. Someone says, I love Jonathan to come back because I love him to suffer us more than Tinubu, than Buhari combined. Naira should be 5,000 to $1. I'll be his number one supporter. You are so sarcastic. I'll create an X account and I'll use it to be promoting his good job. I know what you mean. Ayo here says, Marianne, thank you for another hard fact. They said our water now, I can't say SHIT. They know that water from the borehole in Oniri and Lekki is polluted. Many houses and offices buy water. What provision is Lagos State making on this in this regard? I'm sure that was what you meant. There's water corporation at Landmark. Is there water there? I mean, if I say this thing now, they will tell me to go back to my state. So I'm gonna keep quiet. Since it's the water resources people that raised it, let's allow them to tell us what they're gonna do for us. I'll be back after this break.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The stage is set. The champions are returning, and this time it's for glory. Get ready for the I Beg to Differ Tournament of Champions. Kicking off August 11th at 4 p.m. from the powerhouse cities of Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos. Past winners now face off in the national finals to answer one question: who will be the champion of champions? At 4 p.m., Abu Francis Helen Ebo of Government Science Secondary School, Piakasa Maitama Abuja, takes on Amuze David of Adebola Baptist Senior Secondary School, Lagos. On the topic, loyalty to tribe is more celebrated than loyalty to country in Nigeria. Then at 5 p.m., Majesty Joseph Ojochegbe of Government Day Secondary School, Karu Abuja, goes head-to-head with Afolayan Shongoluye of Christian High School, Lekki. On the topic, modern students are being overtested. 2 fierce battles, 4 brilliant minds, 1 crown, 1 winner. Who will rise? Who will differ the best? This is I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions. Don't miss it. I Beg to Differ starts August 11 from 4 p.m. Proudly supported by Obiwizi, Christian High School, and Janla Restaurants. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
I have 3 minutes on the clock. You know what? I'm going to have this conversation about our water. I don't care. They can come and bundle me back to my state. It's okay. I would know that I'm going in victory because I said the right thing. I'm joking. No one's going to do that. You know, I'm the SC to the governor. No one can touch. I'm untouchable. I play too much, don't I? Anyway, on our live stream on YouTube, Real TV here says, please advise GJ not to accept the offer to recontest again. Also, his wife has said that they're not interested and Peter Obi may never return to Labour Party or PDP but be part of the ADC coalition. That unknown politician said Obi import alcohol to the north. Chai, the same north that takes drugs and alcohol like bread and tea. They got nothing on Obi. He's clean. Okay. Chris Okoye says Nigeria is gone with such mentality. Just imagine. Shaking my head. Ajayi Bidemi, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm blushing. Okay, I want to go on X quickly. I want to make sure I've taken everyone's message, if not everyone, but at least touched everyone. Let's see what's happening to X now. Okay, on X, Joy Forever says if everyone is drinking SHIT water, it means Lagos State government has failed in providing potable water. It means we all have drank SHIT water. PDP is now begging for candidates. See how the mighty have fallen and the umbrella torn. I beg your pardon. It is good the commissioner resigned for accountability. There's hunger in the land. Yes. Ogane from Ibeju says, Marianne, Jonathan Obi for 2027 did not want who they can trust with power for 4 years as they're tired of the disaster of today. GJ will beat Bat hands down come 2027. What an irony it'll be. GJ will experience insults and attacks very soon. I want to talk about the water problem in Lekki most importantly. And if you live on the mainland and you still have the same problem, because I think I have spoken about this years ago, maybe last year, if I'm not mistaken, about the fact that some of us grew up on water that you just go to the pump and it was water from water board. That's what we called it. Or even though they call it water corporation now, in my place we called it water board. You could drink the water from the tap. It's like when you go to the US, you can drink water from the water fountain. That's how our water board used to be. But all that's gone, and so people have to dig their own boreholes, and side by side those boreholes are the septic tanks, which means that the cholera spread, all the diseases that are spreading, is because there's a failure in government. That's a conversation for next week. Anyway, Lagos, join us on the next hour as we talk about this WAEC situation. And I did get a response from the West African Examinations Council. I'll be talking to them on the 4 o'clock hour. Stay with us.
This is where Nigerians come first. For the best of talk.
My wife beats me like she beat, I don't know, maybe an animal.
A category of females, adolescents, that should not be given back and in fact being forced to give.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates.